There have been fresh strikes and counterstrikes overnight between Israel and Iran. Iran fired 2 waves of missiles overnight towards Israel. At least 8 people have been killed and more than 200 others injured. Meanwhile, Israel launched attacks on the Iranian capital, Tehran, targeting locations linked to Iran's nuclear program and hitting the Sharon oil depot in the north of the country. The Iranian oil ministry reported that Israeli strikes targeted the depot and a fuel tank in Tehran, stating the situation is now under control. 2 major gas fields in a southern province were also reportedly attacked. Israel's defense forces claimed they targeted buildings linked to Iran's nuclear program, including the defense ministry. The strike on the oil depot appears to be the first attack on Iran's energy infrastructure. Iran retaliated with another wave of strikes on Israel. State TV reported a wide drone attack with loud explosions heard across Israeli cities. Footage showed missiles and defense systems active over Tel Aviv. Millions sought shelter after receiving alerts. Officials stated the Israeli Air Force was actively intercepting and striking threats, but admitted the defense system isn't impenetrable. Emergency services released images from a neighborhood in the northern city of Tamra, where 4 people were reportedly killed. The photos show the aftermath and the rescue operation in progress. In Bat Yam, another 4 people died, including 2 women in their 60s and 80s, a boy around 10, and a young girl. 99 others were injured, 4 critically. Footage shows people rescuing pets and searching through rubble. Live scenes from Tel Aviv showed damaged buildings. Israeli forces continued search and rescue missions, with around 20 people reported missing, down from an earlier estimate of 35. In another development, Houthi rebels in Yemen claimed they fired several ballistic missiles toward Israel in coordination with Iran. Britain announced additional military jets would be sent to the region, including Typhoons and air-to-air refueling aircraft. The UK leadership stated it isn't ruling in or out helping Israel militarily, depending on developments. Iran warned Britain, France, and the US that it would target their ships and bases in the region if they assist Israel. In response to the situation, a statement from the U.S. said they were not involved in the Israeli strikes, but warned Iran that any attack on American interests would be met with overwhelming military force. The statement also mentioned the potential for a diplomatic deal to end the conflict. Reports from Jerusalem described a second night of Iranian attacks. Sirens were heard across the country. A missile hit a residential area in Tamra, causing a house to partially collapse. All victims there were women from the same family. Later, a second wave of missiles targeted a residential building in Bat Yam, causing major destruction. Emergency teams continue searching for missing persons, with over 30 still unaccounted for. Israel's continued strikes on Iran targeted key defense ministry locations and infrastructure linked to the nuclear program. An oil depot strike marked a significant escalation, targeting Iran's energy sector. Iran has not released updated casualty figures, but previously reported over 70 dead from Israeli airstrikes. The widespread destruction is having a profound impact on the Iranian public. Strikes on oil depots and gas fields may lead to shortages in fuel and basic supplies. Israeli leadership appears to be banking on internal pressure mounting within Iran, potentially leading to public dissatisfaction with the regime. Statements from Israeli leaders indicated this was just the beginning, and they hinted at a prolonged campaign. Meanwhile, observers noted the conflict has moved beyond military targets, expanding into economic and civilian infrastructure. Satellite imagery revealed extensive damage to the Natanz enrichment facility in Iran. Above-ground structures appeared, completely obliterated, significantly setting back Iran's nuclear development. Analysts said it's too soon to fully measure the extent of damage to underground facilities. The economic impact on regular Iranians may be severe. Limited access to fuel and everyday necessities could increase pressure on the Iranian government. Some analysts believe Israel is using this tactic to encourage public dissent inside Iran, aiming to destabilize internal support for the regime. The situation remains fluid. Future Israeli strikes are expected, potentially targeting more nuclear-related sites like Fordow and Isfahan. Further retaliatory strikes from Iran are also likely. The major concern is whether Iran will expand its attacks to include non-Israeli targets, especially U.S. or UK assets in the region. Such developments could lead to a wider, more dangerous escalation. Everyone is watching closely to see what happens next.